morning, all of you. How are you? Okay. Today I am going to explain Newton's laws of motion. Do you know? Newton is an English scientist. Okay. He has given three laws related to motion, like first law of motion, second law of motion, and third law of motion. Okay? According to first law of motion, any body wants to maintain its usual position, either rest or motion, until an external force applied on it and change its direction. Okay, here unification is clearly observed. Okay, Newton had unified two laws, like number one, Galilean laws of inertia, and other is Aristotelian fallacy. Okay, both laws are combined by the Newton, and according to Newton, this unified form of both laws is called first law of motion. First law of motion has two main parts. Okay, according to the first part of the first law of motion, first part of the first law of motion, first part of the first law of motion gives the definition and types of the inertia. Okay, how many parts has Newton's first law of motion? Two parts here. Okay, according to the first part of the first law of motion, any body wants to maintain its usual position, either rest or motion. Okay, this is the definition of inertia. Okay, and second part gives the definition of the force, gives definition of the force. Okay, definition of the force, gives definition of the force. This shows that definition of force is obtained from the Newton's first law, while its expression is obtained from his second law. Okay, Newton's first law of motion is also known as inertial law of motion, because its first part gives the definition of inertia and its types while its second part gives the definition of the force. Okay? There are many applications based on the first law of motion, like it is very danger to jump on moving vehicles. Okay? You are sitting on the bus and bus is in a static position. Sudden bus acquires its position of motion, then you feel forward jerk. Then you feel backward jerk. Okay? These are the examples based on the first law. You have to define any 5 applications related to first law of motion. Okay? Now I am going to explain about Newton's second law of motion. In previous class, I have taught you momentum and how graphically it is represented. Newton's second law is related to momentum. Okay? According to the Newton's second law of motion, the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied external force and this change is happened in the direction of the force. Okay? If on the basis of Newton's second law of motion, expression of force is obtained. Okay? According to Newton's second law of motion, the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied external force and this change is happened in the direction of the acting force. Okay? And in this law we can find the expression of the force like let expression of force. Okay? Let a body of mass m moving with velocity p meter per second. Okay? If p be the momentum, if p be the momentum of the body, then okay, P is equal to m into v. Here P is equal to momentum, m is equal to mass of the body, v is equal to velocity of the body. This is the equation 1. Differentiating both sides of one with respect to T and V have. Okay, with respect to T and V have. dP by dt is equal to d by dt m into V. This is the symbol of differentiation. Okay, that implies dP by dt is equal to m dV upon dt. Okay, that implies dP by dt is equal to m and dV upon dt is equal to acceleration. That means rate of change of velocity. Okay, that acceleration is represented by A. Okay, dP upon dt is equal to m into A. Now we apply here Newton's second law of motion. According to the second law of motion, rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied force. According to the second law of motion, rate of change of momentum directly proportional to the applied force. Okay, rate of change of momentum is equal to dP upon dt varies as applied force F. Okay, applied force F, where F is the applied force, or it can be also written as F varies as dP upon dt. That implies F varies as, according to equation 2, dP upon dt is equal to m into A. M into A from 2, equation 2. According to equation second, dP upon dt is equal to m into A. That implies F is equal to K into m into A. This is the equation third, where K is a constant. K is a constant. Okay? If we assume that if F is equal to 1 Newton, M is equal to 1 kg, and A is equal to 1 meter per second square, then from third we have 1 is equal to K into 1 into 1. Therefore, K is equal to 1. Okay? What will be the value of K? 1. Now, we put the value of K in equation third and we find the expression of force. Putting the value of K in third, and we have. Okay, F is equal to 1 into ma, that implies F is equal to ma. This is the expression of force. This is the required expression. That means here we obtain the expression of force mathematically on the basis of calculus. Okay, from the Newton's second law of motion. Okay, we can also obtain its vector form, and this will be discussed in next class. Till, thank you, have a nice day, Jai Hind.